What's up guys, welcome back to JR Business. So today we are discussing a very popular video request. We're going to be talking about multiple cheap yet hot cryptocurrencies right now, talking about what we like about them, what we don't like, and which we believe in most going forward, really.
So if you guys saw yesterday's video, we talked about the crash that happened about 2 days ago, where a lot of the cryptos were down significant percentages. But if you were keeping up with the market, you saw that it actually recovered the very next day. Today's it actually took another dip. So again, it's a great time to buy.
So that was crazy, all the way down and right back up, then down again.
This is almost the way I like it even more though, because it just offers bigger opportunities, bigger spreads on these downs and ups.
If you know what you're doing, you can make a killing right now. So anyway, we're gonna go ahead and set up the whiteboard. We're gonna be talking about 4 cryptocurrencies: Tron, Verge, ADA, and Ripple. You guys have been asking about those 4 nonstop, so we're like, let's just set them up on a whiteboard, talk about the pros and cons of each, what each of them do, and which ones we like. So without further ado, let's set it up and get talking. Okay guys, before we begin, we're gonna go ahead and pick the giveaway winner from last video. If you guys comment and subscribe, you will automatically be entered for the next video's giveaway. So we're gonna go ahead and pick one winner for 100 free Cardano coins that we will be sending them. And there you go, congratulations. It's really that simple. Just be sure you're subscribed to JR Business, drop a comment down below, and you're entered for free crypto next video. So stay tuned for that. Okay,
all right, so we're just going to break it down really simply. All right, jotting down the top 4 here that we're going to talk about, and then just cover, you know, the big main points of what we think.
Yeah, so we picked these 4 because they're all very different, yet they're all similar in that they're really hot right now. These 4 coins are very popular. You guys have been asking about them nonstop. We're going to show you guys in that video the pros, cons of each, and what we think about them moving forward. There's things we like and don't like about each. So,
all right, so starting with Verge, the biggest thing to think about is it's supposed to be super private, real privacy coin. So it keeps everything totally anonymous.
That's one thing everyone likes about crypto. It's relatively anonymous, and then XVG just takes it to the next level. So it's that privacy coin, privacy token, and it is on fire right now, bro.
It's been super volatile recently. It was just in the single digits a couple days ago, and now it's up at over 20 cents per coin. So it's
I think crazy. It hit 30 the other day. Like, it's been madness. We got in at 4 cents when we first found it a few days ago. I think it's from you guys actually recommending it so much. You were all talking about Verge, and I'm like, screw it, I'll look it up. And I'm like, okay, I see some really good technology in this. So we threw some money at it and got in at like 4.5 cents. So we're up like, a huge profit on this.
So the biggest contrast between Verge and Ripple and something like Cardano, ADA, is that note on privacy. So Ripple is working on banks, and ADA wants to really integrate everybody, governments and financial institutions. And that's just not gonna be able to fly. They're not gonna be able to achieve those goals by being a very private kind of coin.
So there's pluses and minuses to being a privacy coin or token. So I mean, like you said, it's not going to fly with all governments or people, but some people really attract to the aspect of being anonymous. And
yeah, definitely. It's at the same time, it's definitely a plus for certain people.
In blue, let's write about the main ideas. So Ripple is, of course, banks. That's the key word for that.
Yeah. So I'm actually in Ripple, I think more than you guys, I don't know, but I'm super invested in it. I have a lot of money in it, and I really believe in it, maybe a little bit more so than Jeffrey does.
You got it when it was cheap. Yeah, people ask me all the time, like, what do you think about Ripple? They're like, I loved Ripple when it was at 25 cents, but now that's shot up a bunch. I'm not the biggest fan of it. I get the technology. It is amazing for banks. It was built for banks.
Yeah. So let's go over exactly what it is just really quickly. So it's basically a transaction coin. So it boasts about under 4-second transactions between any currency across the world, right? So I think it's 3.3 seconds is the quickness of every transaction. So, you know, currently with the US dollar, if we're trying to send, you know, a wire transfer over, you know, into a euro or into China, other countries' currencies, right? It takes days, and it's super complicated, and there's fees and taxes and all these things. You know, XRP and Ripple really breaks through that. And you have to also understand that there's 2 different aspects to Ripple. There's RippleNet that actually connects all these payment systems, and then there's XRP, which is the actual crypto coin. So you have the software and then you have the coin. So one big thing that I really like is actually Ripple is about to become more decentralized than even Bitcoin is. And you can actually see the fact that there's so many pluses to Ripple, which is why it's the 3rd biggest market cap right now, which is why I see a ton of opportunity in it. So, you know, you have a coin with the 3rd biggest market cap that's still at $1 compared to the 2nd biggest market cap, which is at $700 something.
Right. So
and the first, which is at $18,000.
So in most people's eyes, they see it as a super cheap coin. Now, of course, there's way more Ripple coins out there than other coins, but still, in most people's eyes, they're like, "But this is good."
Yeah.
So it's flying up. I will admit it's crazy hot. Like, and who knows? Is it going to $5? Is it going to something crazy?
And one more thing you guys have to remember is that Ripple is a limited supply, and Ripple, the company, actually has 60 billion Ripple coins in escrow that they're going to be releasing every month for the next 55 months, 1 billion coins a month. So basically, there's a limited supply. They made it even more limited, and every time you make a Ripple transaction, a little bit of Ripple is actually destroyed. So the supply, instead of, it's not infinite, it's not big, and every single time you make a transaction, it's actually getting a little bit smaller. So that's another redeeming quality that Ripple has in my mind. And last thing, in 2015, Google, yes, like Google, the company, actually invested a lot of money and was one of the first big backing VCs to the company.
There you go.
It's another big one for me.
So yeah, it's definitely a cool coin. I see it. I guess there's a ton of hype on it, and I think it's going to do well. Will it do as well as some of these other coins? Again, guys, comment down below always on these coins. Tell us if you agree with what we're saying, disagree, your own opinions. We always like hearing from you. But
yeah, to me, it's certainly achieved getting a lot of people behind it and getting the popularity.
It's on fire right now. All these are on fire. What are we saying?
All right, now the big point for Tron is going to be online content.
Yeah, so Tron was really built, Tron's a little more confusing to most people, but it's really built for online content creation. They've got some crazy things in the works. They're gonna be, they got this one system that's gonna act like kind of entertainment tipping in a way. So because we're YouTubers, we kind of understand it. So like if people like what you're producing, it's kind of like Patreon or something where people can support you, but instead of entering their credit card information and going through this huge hassle just to give you like some money, they can just give you some Tron coins.
Yeah, so it should be able to make things way more efficient and really cut out the middleman. So it's kind of interesting what we're noticing about these smaller penny stock altcoins, whatever. I find that a lot of them try to stand out in a particular way, and because they have to, because there's over 1,000 of them. So in Tron's case, they've chosen to focus on this online content, kind of the advertising world online, that kind of stuff, and trying to tackle that, which is, it's a big thing, but it's still maybe a small thing in the grand scheme of things compared to this. So when we go over to Cardano, they're trying to be an all-in-one
they're trying to do it all
for everything.
Which is why they have one of the biggest potentials out of these four.
Yes,
like, if they catch on, it's game over. Like our investment's gonna go boom. Like as you guys know, we're heavily invested in Cardano. We believe in 100%. And now that it's down, we're actually like doubling down, tripling down. Like we're putting a lot of money in there. So we stand behind it a lot. But then again, maybe it's one of those things where it's trying to do too much that they get spread too thin and they can't execute on what they're saying. But
exactly.
That's the risk they're running into. Like Tron's like, we're just doing content creation, not that hard. But if ADA is trying to do everything, that's a big bite to chew. So it could, end in problems. But
I still think ADA is going to the moon, but I think it's going to take a little bit longer than everyone thought. We had that one spike a couple weeks ago. It's kind of been plateauing recently. It's not really going anywhere. But again, that's a great opportunity for you guys to get into it.
We still think it's going to spike up to $1 pretty soon here, and we eventually think it could go to 2, 3, even higher beyond that, in our opinion, but more on that in a later video. But we do think it's a really good long-term investment.
A quick rundown for you guys in case you're wondering which one you might want to put your money into. So let's run through this really quickly. So we've got Verge, which actually had a spike recently. So it's got some promising redeeming qualities to it. So it went from, again, single digits up to 20+ cents per coin recently. So that's a good one to be watching out for. Ripple has the biggest market cap. It just hit $1, and it's moving up very quickly. Yeah. We've got Cardano here, which had a big spike about a week or two ago, and they've kind of been, again, plateauing recently, again, which is a good opportunity for you guys to get into it. And then Tron here, which is sitting at,
Tron's just kind of like chilling right now. I mean, it hasn't taken any massive spikes. We bought in, it's still at like 4 cents, 4.5 cents, so it's still relatively cheap, it's just a different coin. Again, it's not trying to do everything. It may not be as popular in the future because it's not doing as much, but still, you look at online content creation and things, that's huge, and the internet's just getting bigger and bigger and bigger, so maybe it will have some legs in the future.
And remember guys, like this kind of stuff in general, just cryptocurrency and digital currency in general is in my opinion the next big thing, and it's where the world's heading. So, companies like Tron, they might seem insignificant now, but they might have a huge role to play in the future.
Yep, I think it's still so young, we're still so ahead of the game and on top of things, so certainly still plenty of time to take advantage. So like Verge, for example, or really all of these crypto coins are up hundreds of percent, several
month,
hundreds.
yeah.
Crazy.
So I mean, you stop talking in percentage and you start talking in multiples, and I mean, all these are up.
That is unheard of in the investment world.
Yeah.
Prior to this, no stocks go up 100, 200% like this on the daily, like so many of these are.
And furthermore,
Crazy.
we talk about now getting in, and we still haven't missed the boat, but it's true. There's still room beyond that. One example about us, ADA was sitting at 2 cents for a long time, and then it went 5x to 10 cents. And normal people would think, who in their right mind would invest big after it just 5x'd? Well, now it's 5x
again.
then.
So you never know when a coin's gonna run out of steam. With the 1,000+ crypto coins out there, there are good deals popping up every single day. You just gotta find the next one. There's so many coins out there that have the potential to go to the moon, like we were saying, and a lot of unknown coins too, ones that are up and coming, like ICOs and that kind of stuff. We'll get into that, but we still wanna make the video talking about our top, like, unknown kind of picks. Like, we just invested on the huge dip. We bought 10 new coins that are like very, very, very small market caps, like way smaller than these. We want to talk about these because these are the bigger ones. People are more invested in them, a little easier to kind of observe and understand, but there's a lot out there, especially the ones that we invested in, that we think have huge potential and that we want to cover. So comment down below if you want to see our top small
and
picks.
some big news, you just bought 100 million of a specific coin that you'll be covering.
Yes. A little spoiler for one of the next videos, we just bought 100 million of a certain coin. We'll get into that in a future video, but there's coins out there that we think have room.
Yep, so I hope you enjoyed this video after last video about that huge downturn. Just like we said though, we took that as an opportunity to buy up. It was like a flash sale or something.
So guys, comment down below all your opinions on what we said here. Do you agree, do you disagree? What are your favorite crypto coins right now?
Yeah.
And be sure to subscribe and leave a comment down below to be entered into the next crypto giveaway. So there's a quick little rundown. Again, we could talk about these for a very long time, but we kind of just want to give you a brief little intro into what they're about, and we'll talk about them more on a future video.
Yeah, we will see you guys in the next video.